You know what I discovered recently? Gen Z are a bunch of sad sacks. And by me discovering it recently, I knew about this for a long time. But I've decided to make another video about it.
A better you starts today.
I'll tell you the main reason that I am making another video about this, to inform you about the fact that my seminar is now available online and you can order it. And it's at a discount price because the filming isn't what we expected it would be. And so that's the main reason that I'm doing this video. But the second reason, which I think will help you immensely, is, buddy, you got to listen to me, yeah? The reason that you are such a sad sack, yes, you, I know your entire life story is, no, don't talk back to me, all right? Respect your elders. The reason that you are such a sad sack is because it's not just the phone, as I've said in previous videos, it's also what is on the phone. What is on the phone is constantly reminding you of, and I want you to write this down, lack. It is constantly reminding you of lack. Now, how interesting is this? Shut up and listen to me for 10 minutes. But this is an incredible tale, yeah? The most unhappy people for a very long time in the United States of America were people that lived in Orange County. And this was provable. The average little kid there had a much better chance than anywhere else in the country for a very long period of time. And people were always wondering, what the hell is this case about? Like, what's going on here? And you know what they found out? It's because when you are extremely wealthy, guess what? There's somebody with a slightly better position on the hill than you. And they've got a slightly larger helicopter pad. And the miniature hippos in their pool aren't just statues. They are little pygmy hippos. In fact, they genetically enhance them to be even smaller and less of a threat to you. There's the size of guinea pigs in there. They are living the life that you can see. That's the problem. The reason that you feel inadequate, and I've got to say that there is a time and a place for inadequacy. I think that a big reason that I became a big shot, aka I have 2 YouTube channels. You can't do that. Anyway, look, I think a big part of it though was the fact that I pretty much grew up in welfare and did grow up in welfare for a bit. Poor. But because we had a really good landlord that was nice for some reason, they gave us very low rent, as in lower than it would be in social housing. But it was in a 6 suburb. That's it. And so I think my entire life, I was just walking around in poverty. Not my entire life, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Look, don't timeline me, okay? I'm trying to help. I'm walking around in that opulence, not opulent. And so something just sets off in your head and you go, oh my God, I got to do something about this. And so I think that I had a very dissatisfied 20s because there was just that imprint in my mind that, yeah, of course, the average person lives next to Jamie Packer. Yeah, of course they do. And they have equal wealth to that. They're just on the board of Channel 9 and they punch on with Kerry, you know, we've all seen the pictures. And then, you know, Bob's your uncle. That's life. And if you're not that, lose. Fucking loser. Now, poverty generally has the exact opposite effect of that, doesn't it? Where you don't know anyone who has ever accomplished anything, really. Like just 6 generations of welfare. Walking around, huh? You mean they're more cuisine than dead possum and dead kangaroo? So those people have the exact opposite problem, that they have no role models in life, and so they just kind of are comfortable where they are because everybody else is as poor as them. But if you are poor and you live in a rich area, that's your struggle. Like you literally are just struggling to try and get to the top of it. Now, how does this all relate to you? Well, I just wanted to share some of my pain, and if you can't accept that, then maybe we can't continue this relationship. No, I think we can. Make sure that you sign up to Jordan Shanks for 3 of these videos a week where I am giving you the best bits of information that I learned that week about how to improve your life dramatically. Go look at the comments of anybody that is signed up to that. Their life massively improves. Now, let's get back to you. The phone is giving you access. It is a window, the same window that used to exist in Orange County. But the whole world gets to see Orange County now. And you think the kids' neighbours felt bad. What about you, who lives in Flint, Michigan? I'm guessing. And what about you? Now, think about this. This is where it gets really interesting, yeah? Because when you're in a developed country, you see how the 1% live, and you get jealous, don't you? You want to eat them. That's where the whole phrase comes from, don't you think? Eat the rich. Every time you ever look at that, it's always upper middle class kids that are like, yeah, eat the rich. And why? It's because they can see themselves being there. But anyway, as time progresses and more people see this opulent lifestyle, they get very dissatisfied. And now it's seeping into the third world. The gap between what they have and the Orange County mansions before it all burnt down tragically in the fires. But before that, and still now I'd much rather live in the burnt down rubble than India, frankly. But anyway, that's the difference in comparison. So now very poor people are seeing how the rich live. And the thing is, it is not realistic to expect to be there tomorrow. You could do it your entire life. Like, you could work and grind your entire life. If that was your main focus, yes, you probably could get one of those mansions. I firmly believe that. Unless you have an intellectual disability, you can do that. You can. But you can't do it tomorrow. Remember this. I want you to write this down. You've probably heard it before, but write it down again. Human beings greatly overestimate what they can do in a year, and greatly underestimate what they can do in 10. And that's you. You have a problem. You have a problem. You want things that are so far beyond the grasp of your horizon now that you get depressed. Oh, what's the point of even living anymore if I can't be friends with Jake Paul, clearly the nicest man on earth. My life sucks. That's all you're getting fed constantly, subconsciously. And so what is that doing? That is pushing up your wants. It's pushing up your wants in life. Always remember this. While you are wanting, you are not happy. While you are wanting, you are not happy. Always, without exception. You can't want and be satisfied. You are satisfied, 1, because you made progress that day, 2, because you're enjoying the moment. That's pretty much 95% of the reasons that you're ever going to be happy in life. And if you're endlessly longing for something that you're not even moving towards, this is the other thing that's very insidious about phones. It just paralyzes you for hours a day, where you could be moving towards this and be feeling happy while doing it, because you know that you actually are. Instead, you're just in this parasitic state, being like, just another picture before I go. Fuck that guy. That's all that's happening. This is why chronically online people are so unhappy. It's not just the fact that the technology actually makes you depressed and frazzles your brain. It's also the fact that you look at other people who have what you want and you want. And guess what? Guess what? If you've ever met successful people in life, what are they doing? Wanting something else. They have that thing, and yet they want something else. Because that is how the human mind works. It reaches one horizon, and then it wants to go to the next. And so there is this endless, I want this now. Now I want this. Now that I've accomplished this, I want this. That is how the human mind works naturally. It is getting pushed towards that more, because being in that state of wanting and longing, that keeps you on the phone longer. So I need you to understand this. You can't want what you have. You can't want what you have. What does that mean? It means that when you think about what you have, you are not thinking about what you want. When you think about what you have, you are grateful. When you think about what you want, you are pissed off. You become insolent. You become a very bad person, frankly, because you're just sitting there, and it also just emanates this victim complex of like, but Dave got a mansion. I don't have a mansion. These people are like insufferable to hang around. Yeah? In terms of your own mental sanity, you want to be focusing on what you have. Now, we could go through the entire spiel that we do all the time on self-help of the fact is that if you're a happier person, and it isn't just great in terms of it makes you feel better, it makes you better at taking on the world. It makes you far more likable. You think about the top 5 people that you know, I can guarantee you there'll be one, not top 5 as in most successful, I'm talking about top 5 people you want to hang around with, right? There is one thing that they all have in common. They really enjoy the moment. They are capable of sitting around in the moment and having a good time over nothing. And why is that? Purely because their focus is separated away from what they want and more on, this is the moment right now. This is what I have. This is a moment of my life. Right now, what I'm doing with you, that is a moment of my life that I'll never get back. Thanks. And I'm enjoying it. Why? Because I am here. I am present with you. Well, not really. It's the exact opposite of that, but I think you get the expression. Anyway, I want you to remember that. Because if you are one of these Gen Zers that's constantly dooming and doom scrolling, that is the mentality that is pushing you there. The mentality that is pushing you there is that you are, and you would know this if you were signed up to my Patreon, is that you are focusing on the haves, and that makes you feel like a have-not because of want. Because of want. Want is a disease. Have is the cure. Anyway, make sure you come to my seminars and sign up to the Patreon.